And we're back.
We're back.
Time to roll with the troll. Listen, Cobra Kai season 4 is less than a week away.
Yeah.
And it's Christmas morning here.
It is Christmas morning. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Awesome. So what are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about the characters in Cobra Kai who need a stern talking to.
Oh, right. I changed that. Actually, here, let me pull
What?
up the thumbnail. I just changed the title a little bit, just a minor.
Characters I want to set on
fire. Yeah,
Fire.
characters I want to set on fire. I just thought stern talking to was kind of stupid. So it's characters that I want to set on fire.
Oh my!
You know?
On Christmas morning.
Yeah. Well, look. I mean, look at the way those radical groups like BLM and Antifa handle their problems, right?
Oh, there's
They
a
set
lot of
everything
fire
ablaze.
involved.
Nobody did anything about that. Nobody cared about that. So
Yeah.
if they can do it, so can they did it for months. I'm talking about a few characters, top 10
Okay.
characters I want to set on
Top
fire.
10.
That's way better than all the shit they burned down. So
Yep.
let's do this. You ready for my list?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. So this is tough because I made a list of more than 10, and I feel like we should whittle it down to, 10 or fewer.
Yeah, we've been working on this.
All right, let's talk about the people who should probably be set on fire, and then we'll whittle it away. All right. I was thinking, what about Armand?
Armand?
Yeah.
Why would we set him on fire? I mean, he's a douchebag sometimes, but
There you go.
is
That's
he
plenty.
fire-worthy?
Yeah, I think so. Or if not him, okay, we got
I get a kick out of that character.
what about Tom Cole?
Yeah, I mean, he's also douchey.
He's trying to take over Daniel's business. He's trying to profit out of Daniel's suffering.
Yeah,
All right, Tory's landlord.
definitely.
Tory's landlord you would set on fire.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, so he's going to be on the list for
Yeah,
sure. here.
he makes the list.
Okay, what about Cutter?
Stop with the Cutter.
Cutter is allowed. Let's not forget.
Have you all noticed how many videos he has mentioned Cutter?
Cutter, if you don't remember, and you should, because he's the main character at this point.
Oh, my.
He drives the cement
truck driver.
and Johnny paid off his tab.
Really,
so
we just want to know, did he get his tab paid off? But
yeah, that's for season 4 or 5. We'll finally find that one out.
yeah.
You don't say. Okay, we'll take Cutter off the list right now.
Oh,
no
thank
Cutter.
you. Yes, no.
All right,
Cutter,
no-
you're safe.
Cutter's fine, but Tom Cole and Armand are maybes, and you're saying Tory's landlord for sure.
Oh, definitely.
All right, Tory's landlord. All right. What about those two kids that Robbie used to hang out with in season 1, and then Robbie turned on them because they were
Yeah.
evil, and then Daniel beat their fucking ass at the beach?
Yeah.
I don't know their names. In the words of Shannon, she says one seems Latin, and the other one looks like
Chris Brown.
Yeah, Chris Brown. That was it. So I'd set both of those guys on fire.
Well, let's see how they are when they come out of jail. Maybe they'll
Just they're in jail
rehabilitate a
for
little bit.
crime and all kinds of shit. I think it's fair to set them on fire. They belong on the list. They're criminals. They tried to beat up Robbie. Then they fought They fought Miyagi. They fought Daniel. They were dicks to Johnny. Let's set them on fire. They should be on the list. The big guy who helped him too. He's on my list.
Yeah.
That big dude that whacked Robbie in the back of the head. That could have killed Robbie.
Yeah. I feel like you have a much broader list than I do.
Yeah, I'm really good with enemies. What about Sean? Sean was a villain in season 3. He's that big dude who was in juvie with Robbie.
Yeah, Sean.
And he kept fighting Robbie left and right. That dude was, not only was that physical torment, that was psychological warfare as well.
Yeah.
He was just torturing Robbie.
He and Robbie kind of, had each other's backs at the very end there, though. So I don't know about setting him on fire.
Set his front on fire. I think Sean could be on the list. He's a very bad kid. And frankly, I believe we're going to see him in season 4. Although, I would think he's going to be in season 4 because he was such a good villain that I could see him joining Cobra Kai, but he's not in any of the footage we've seen so far, right? In the trailers.
No.
So that theory might be out the window. All right, well, we'll see what happens. Terry Silver. Would you set him on fire?
I doubt it.
Really?
Yeah.
He is such a maniacal, crazy villain.
He is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. John Crease.
No, I couldn't do it.
See, John Crease is so maniacal. I don't think you understand the metaphysical nature of setting someone on fire just theoretically. They're not literally going to do this. But I think John Crease, he is the ultimate villain of the series. I mean, he's a bigger villain than Terry.
Right. I mean, we're identifying villains.
Yeah.
And I know we're not really setting them on fire, but I mean, to use that analogy, I have to feel that they are fire worthy.
All right, what about the guy who runs those three pawn shops and he's really a cock to
Oh
Johnny all the time?
no.
It's an
I
Atari.
love that guy.
You want to make it so he can't stand anymore?
No.
Kick out his legs at least? Man
No.
can't stand, he can't fight.
That's what they say.
We could at least do that. We've got to do something here. This is about setting people on fire, about getting vengeance against the bad guys. You don't think that guy's a bad guy?
Oh no, he's not a bad guy.
What about Anush? You want to set Anush on fire for quitting?
No.
Well, I mean, he betrayed Daniel just because Daniel missed a bunch of meetings.
No, I'm not setting a noose on fire.
Hey, was Johnny's old car a character? Because that actually got set on
Right.
fire.
There
In
was.
fact, the only two characters that have been set on fire so far, before this list makes it to the writers, is to the writers room.
Yeah.
Like they're going to use this.
Yeah.
It was Johnny's first car, and then Miguel, and I think that's all we've seen set on fire so far.
Right. It's hardly a theme.
Right. Well, and then there were a bunch of things that weren't really characters in season 2, in the episode Fire and Ice. Right? They set all kinds of shit on fire at
There were
that Valley
pyrotechnics.
Fest. Yeah.
Yeah.
But those really weren't characters.
Right.
All right, let's move on. So we won't add him. What about Brooks?
Oh yes.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
is it? Brooks
Okay,
gets
so
it all-
now you're
yeah,
talking. Now you're talking.
What about his buddy Kyler?
Yeah, I would have to go with that
You
one.
know, I don't like
Yeah,
Kyler. Kyler's
I
my
know.
least favorite kid on the whole show.
Yeah.
Sean's up there, though. Sean's up towards the top of the list.
I don't know. The jury's out on that one for me so far.
There's a lot of really bad people on this show. What about Anthony Larusso?
No.
No? Why, because he's a kid?
He's a kid.
Johnny didn't like him at all. Remember, Johnny called him a dick.
I know. That was the funnest interchange between Johnny and Anthony.
Okay, we'd never set Moon on fire. She's a sweetheart.
Oh no, she's adorable.
She's just a great kid. But what about Yaz? Would you set Yaz on fire a little bit?
No, because she's making out with Dimitri.
She's turned around now, but she was a bad person.
Right, so we would have been premature.
Okay. All right, so we're letting Yaz slide. We're letting a lot of people slide here. Armand, you don't care?
Well, yeah, I'm probably letting a lot of people slide. There's only a few that I just full out agree with you
Oh,
so far.
my gosh.
And of the three, right? I've agreed with you solidly on 3 of them. And of those 3, there's one just, that's a definite for me.
Look, I'm not here to rehash the past. Just stay away from my daughter's friends, okay? How about I'm coming for you, bitch?
Yeah.
What would we do with her?
Tory?
Yeah, would you set her on fire?
No, we can't set Tory on fire.
She's got a hard life.
She does.
And it wasn't her fault. If you see my video from a few years ago, Sam Larusso started the fight, not her. So we can't blame Tori. Tori's
Right.
got to be okay.
Yeah, we've been having that discussion for 2 years now.
But we did settle on we're going to set her landlord on fire, right?
Landlord for sure.
Okay, so he's on the list. Armand, not so much.
Asshole.
Tom Cole, maybe not. Yeah.
Brooks and Kyler.
What about Samantha Larusso herself?
No.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I think Samantha's the biggest villain there is.
I know you do.
Quite honestly. All right. So here's what our list is looking like right now. Then we're not even gonna have 10. We've got. Would you put Sean and Brooks and Kyler towards the top of the list?
Not Sean. Brooks and Kyler.
Are you serious? Not even Sean?
Yeah.
He threw Robbie all over that Juvie Hall plane.
Yeah.
You don't.
He hasn't proven himself fire worthy yet.
That guy has been so out of control with Robbie. He was mocking him about everything. He mocked him about Johnny, making that. Remember when Johnny?
Oh,
was
I
like,
know.
"Come on,
He
I'm
made
still
all
your
kinds
dad."
of remarks.
Oh my God. He beat up that one kid, Angel. Remember he grabbed his face and smashed. Oh no, Sean. Okay, look,
Right. He's a bad kid.
I'm ready to settle on a list,
Okay.
given what we've discussed.
All right. Here we go.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna
Trolls
top
list.
10 troll list. Top 10 people to set on fire. I'm gonna put Terry Silver at number 10 on the list of 10.
All right.
I think we've discussed enough. I think he barely makes a list, but he's number 10. He's an incredible villain, but it doesn't sound like he's as fire-worthy as the voice of reason here needs him to be, despite all his crimes against the environment, humanity, and teenagers all over the place.
I want to see where his character goes in season 4 before I determine whether he is fire worthy.
Okay, well, he's fire-worthy, but he's bare. So he's number 10 on the list.
All
Okay.
right.
Coming in at number 9, Tori's landlord.
Oh yeah, he's
Tori's-
number 1 for me.
Tori's a number 1. Come on, these other kids are way worse than him.
No.
Tori's landlord belongs on the list. Number 9, not a great character. Number 8, we got Tom Cole. It sounded like you were now. Yeah, we can flip those two. We can flip. Okay, I get it. Tom Cole is not as bad as Tori's landlord. That's fair. Tory's landlord is worse than
Right.
Tom Cole. He's a bigger villain. That's true. Tom Cole doesn't want to like, you know, seduce teenagers, right? So at least that's
Right.
well, at least not that we know of. See, we don't know. I think Tom Cole's way
Uh,
worse than he's letting on. I really do. Do you remember when Daniel kicked that hot coffee out of
It
his
was a
hands?
boba.
No, it was a hot coffee.
It was
Daniel
a
kicked it out of
boba
his hand.
tea.
Yeah. I love when Daniel straightens him. No. It was a boba. It's a cold drink. It's like tapioca. Uh, all right. Who we got now? How about number 7? We got that big guy who helped those other 2 criminals at the beach when he hit Robbie in the back of the head.
Uh-huh.
That guy is a bigger criminal than Tori's landlord.
He's not a good guy.
No, he's a terrible. That guy's like 40 years old and he's still doing this
Yeah.
with a couple of kids. Imagine that's your job.
Yeah.
Oh, these two young guys, they're like teenagers. Yeah, they show me what to do, and I'm their lackey basically.
Yeah.
I think it's a full blown man, and he got beat up by Daniel Larusso on the beach.
Yep.
Yeah, that guy's worse than anybody else so far. Okay, so he's number 7. Number 6 and 5 are the other 2 kids that he works for, his bosses, his employers.
Yeah.
Right? Those are really bad kids. They're in jail. They're not good kids. All right, 5 and 6. Number 4, I'm gonna go John Crease. You can't not have him at least in the top 5. John Crease is a villain. John Crease is teaching kids all over the valley to be bad kids just so he can go to his grave with some sense of worthiness, just so he can feel like he's accomplished something.
Yeah.
That's what's going to say on his tombstone. I taught kids to beat up other kids.
Yeah. It's a small tombstone.
For an 80-year-old man, that's not a great accomplishment. All right. And then after John Crease, who was our top 3? It sounds like our top 3 would be Brooks, Sean, and Kyler.
Those are your top 3.
Those are my top 3. They're very bad kids. They'll be very bad adults.
Uh-huh.
These kids are not just bullies. They are like unbelievable bullies with absolutely no.
Mm-hmm.
You know who would make this list if he was on the show? Was Mike Barnes.
Oh, Mike Barnes.
Frankly, if they were on the show, I'd put Mike Barnes and Snake on this list.
They were bad.
Snake kind of seems like he could be related to Tori's landlord, doesn't he?
Yeah.
They have kind of a similar,
yeah.
like, ooh, cat. Like their sense of humor is really shitty.
Yeah.
And they're very sarcastic. Well, it's starting to sound like me. Maybe I'm related to these guys too. So, but they're not on the show yet. So if they're not on the show, we can't include them yet. So there you go, everybody. There's our top 10 list of characters from Cobra Kai who we'd like to set on fire.
Or sternly talk to them.
Yeah, again, flames make a little bit more sense. Let us know in the comments who are some characters who you think should have made this list. And then maybe we can revamp this list after season 4 comes out and we can really put something together for the writers to really consider.
Right. They should be taking all of this into consideration.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be the best if we get a comment? And they're like, hey guys, cute video and all, but we really don't see setting anybody on fire on this show.
Right.
Even though we already set Miguel on fire in season 3.
And the Challenger.
And the Challenger in season 1. All right, guys, like, subscribe, comment. A few more days. Merry Christmas.